Can I proceed, Your Honor?
Please do.
Good afternoon. Could you please introduce yourself to the members of the jury?
Yeah, my name's Devin Del Sesto.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Del Sesto?
Well, I'm a bellhop at the Black Bear Casino. That's one in Midlands. And I can't complain too much, even though I'm just a bellhop, because, you know, the tips are good. Get to meet a bunch of famous people.
What does your job as a bellhop entail?
As you can probably imagine, a lot of it is just carrying around rich people's luggage, but, you know, I also get to take some room service calls. Sometimes I even get to park the fancy cars, and that's really the best part about my job.
How long have you been working there?
About a year now. Don't really see myself going anywhere anytime soon either. I mean, that's what you get for dropping out of college after one semester.
Could you tell the members of the jury what it was like working at the Black Bear during April of this past year?
Oh yeah, it was a real exciting time. I mean, my boss Avery talking to the town about the new casino that was supposed to be open. It was supposed to be even nicer than the Black Bear.
When did this talk of a new casino begin?
I guess it was back in early 2015, but things didn't really start picking up until April. And I got to see that for myself on April 13th.
What happened on April 13th?
Well, it was a Monday, pretty busy for a Monday as I recall. And that's why when my shift was over, I figured I'd take one more room service up to room 312. It was one of the nicer suites for some cheese and some fancy wine, so I figured the tip would be worth the hike.
All right, Mr. Del Sesto, what happened when you got to room 312?
Well, when I get up to the room, head of security Danny Hoy is just standing there acting real tough. And he says I can't get in unless I get searched first. I figured if I play along, I'll get back to my recliner faster, so I did, and eventually I got it.
After you entered the room, did you see who was there?
Yeah, it was Chase Covington, the gambling commissioner, my boss Avery, Mickey Keenan was there. I was always seeing Mickey Keenan around the place. And then Corey Hyde.
And did you hear what they were discussing?
You know, I didn't hear too much about what they were talking about. All I heard was Chase said something about this dingy-looking briefcase that he was holding. And said he could use a new one of these if you catch my drift.
After the defendant said I could use a new one of these, did you ever see a new briefcase?
Well, yeah, actually, I mean, a couple days later, this package arrives for Avery Bancroft at the front desk of the casino, and dressed up to her suite. So, you know, I figured it's always a good idea to do some favors for your boss, so I brought it up to them.
Did you ever find out what was inside this package?
Yeah, I opened it up, actually. I thought it might be some new light bulbs that we're waiting for in the lobby, you know, if not some of that fancy perfume that she's always wearing. But it turns out it was a new briefcase. It looked pretty much just like the one that Chase had, except, of course, it was newer.
Would you be able to identify this briefcase if I were to show it to you today in court?
Yeah, sure I would. I mean, bellhop, that makes me a luggage expert, right?
Mr. Del Sesto, does this look like the briefcase that was inside that package?
Yeah, that looks exactly like it.
All right. Did you ever see this new briefcase again?
Yeah, just a day later in the VIP room of the Black Bear.
Who was in the VIP room?
Well, it was Chase, and he was sitting with Avery at the blackjack table. They both had briefcases beside him. Chase had his again, the dingy old one, and then Avery Bancroft had the newer one sitting next to him.
Did you ever see the defendant leave the VIP room?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a couple minutes after I passed through that Chase came strolling out, and yeah, he was holding a briefcase, but the thing was, it wasn't the same one that he had at the table. It wasn't the dingy old one again. It was the new one that Avery Bancroft just had.
Mr. Del Sesto, how sure are you it was that new briefcase?
Oh, I'm certain about it.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, cross-examination.